unexamined life is not worth living. Ooh, what do you do when you get to know that this is a bad thing that I'm doing, and how do you feel? Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the new episode of Here We Talk. This week, I am riding solo and I'm excited about what we're going to talk about here. Please don't mind my voice. I'm recovering from a flu and, we just said we're going to show up like this in a safe space as well. So welcome to the safe space of Here We Talk. And today I want to use this space to be vulnerable. And I am so excited about what we're going to talk about because I really believe and think that it's something that is important for every human being to have and to think about, and also probably maybe work on it ourselves. So today I want us to talk about self-awareness. August is a month of self-awareness. So I thought, why can we have a conversation around that where we just highlight the things of self-awareness, how important it is, why is it important, what do we get out of that if we are people who are self-aware of what we have within ourselves in terms of character, beliefs, thoughts, and all kind of things and feelings being involved. So I hope today you will enjoy this little talk that we're going to have today in my little corner of safety and vulnerability. Okay, so my first question will be do we really pause or stop to read ourselves, to listen, to know, or to understand ourselves? Because often in times we get to read other people's behaviors, their characters, their tone in their voices, when they communicate, we then say, oh, this one is judgmental, this one is mean. But do we get to find that time to do that for the self? Because I know it's hard because no one wants to know or be told that you've got temper issues, you're mean, you are a bad person, you are moody all the time, especially if that voice that is telling you is the one in your head. And that is the uncomfortability that most of us then do not practice the self-awareness because we do not want to feel that way. But then I just wanted to come from a space of saying that self-awareness, it's not really about you being the worst person than others or being the best person against other people around. But no, self-awareness is done for your own personal development. It's done for you to grow. And I also believe that when we look ourselves and see those flaws in our characters, in our habits, it's a chance for us to learn. It's a chance for us to probably replay other areas of our lives, but doing it in a different way, in a better way, in a way that will also make you feel that, okay, I think I handled that situation better. Okay, so then what is self-awareness? Self-awareness, it is the conscious knowledge that you have in understanding your character and feelings. Now, this is not going to only be limited to your likes and dislikes, but it is understanding your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, your emotions, everything that has to do with you. You then get to understand, why did I respond this way when someone talked about a certain issue? Maybe you got a feedback from work from your supervisor and you then feel a bit heated up because you've got unresolved issues in you from home or in your personal life, and you're feeling like your supervisor is attacking you, and then now you respond in anger. So when we then look at that to see, okay, I need to give myself time to say, how did I respond to this? Why did I respond this way? And also maybe to just give ourselves that time to really breathe, pause, and not be quick to react or respond to things, and listen to whatever is happening inside of us, to ask ourselves, why am I feeling heated up when I'm being asked about maybe certain things like, how's your life going? Oh, how is home? Or probably someone will just randomly ask you a question about how's your relationship going? And maybe you've got problems that are also in your relationship. And now you feel that anger is then heated in you, and now you want to respond in a negative way. Or maybe you wake up and having negative thoughts that you carry on and believe that, oh, okay, so I'm a person who is just weak, so I am not able to stand up for myself. So that the self-awareness then comes into play, the role of allowing ourselves to grow, to be able to develop ourselves personally in terms of character, and how we also get to interact with other people, because we live in a world where we have so many people around, and those people are in our space as well, and we also get in their space as well. So we need to know how to coexist with each other without having to damage or hurt the other. So I've got these quotes that I got, which were really interesting for me, and there were so many, but I tried to just get a few that I want us to talk about. So Lawrence Bossidy says that self-awareness is giving the capacity to learn from your mistakes as well as your successes. It enables you to keep on growing. Now, this is what I was just talking about earlier on, to say that self-awareness comes from a point of wanting to grow and wanting to succeed. We succeed in also handling a situation differently in a better way. That's success. So when you then enable to do the self-awareness, you are then able even to recognize the successes. It's not only about you looking on the bad side of the things, but no, it is also to recognize that, I actually thrive well in leading. I actually do well in reading. I'm actually a person who can actually speak out loud, do public speaking, and you can actually have to celebrate yourself because you have done that self-awareness exercise. Okay, then I love this one. This is by Ralph Ellison. It says that when I discover who I am, I will be free. And I really think this is something that is so important, because you see that without self-awareness, we are slaves of the negative thoughts. We tend to believe on them. We tend to breed on them, and we are the prisoners of those negative thoughts. So if we then do the habit of self-awareness exercises, I'm now able to know that no, this is just the mind that is playing games with me. This is something that is wrong, because no, I'm a person who is confident. I have the ability to do what I want to do. I have a choice in my own life, and I am able to use my voice and also to set boundaries wherever I need to set them. So then that means with self-awareness comes with freedom. I'm not going to be held hostage by my negative thoughts, and also having even to think that self-sabotaging can even come into the picture because of the negative thoughts. It means that I'm able to be happy when I need to be happy, because also without self-awareness, some people will not even know how to be happy in a situation which is supposed to make them happy. So that also comes with that, knowing your feelings, understanding them, know how to express them, know how to bring them out, know how to communicate them. So there's the third one that I also loved, which says everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. This is by Carl Jung. Okay, let me read that again. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. I spoke about how we live in the world where we have other people in our spaces and we're also in their spaces. And there's a lot of things that are going on. I have my different character, so is everyone else. So now I'd said also that, we are also good at looking at other people, reading them, understanding them, but not ourselves. So, but now we're using this concept of us looking into what irritates me that my friend does, that my husband does, and that thing which comes in the irritation allows me to understand myself, which means that if there's issues of setting boundaries where I feel that if he says no and I am irritated about that, then it means that also I am a person who's not comfortable with setting boundaries. Now that comes the self-awareness to know that, oh, okay, I need to work on the issues of boundaries, respecting others, even creating myself boundaries as well. So you see, it is not a bad thing to be self-aware. It is actually a good thing because we also would learn how to coexist, which is another good thing for self-awareness because it also fosters to have healthy relationships. Okay, so the last one is, it is from Socrates. It says that the unexamined life is not worth living. Ooh. Now, imagine you write an exam and it's not marked, there's nothing. Would you know if you're doing good? Would you know if you want to do better? Would you know if you have to keep on going the same way it is? So I'm just going to take this self-awareness thing as that. So it means if we're just running through our lives and not really looking into the self to read, to understand the thoughts I have, the feelings and the emotions that come up in conversation, in certain places, in the workplace, then it means what am I really doing if I don't know where I am doing good, if I don't know where I need to put more effort, if I don't know what I need to change and maybe replace it with something else that probably could work or do good for me. So I think these were more powerful for me. There were many ones, but I just thought that probably this would be something that will make this more interesting and really make it more of an eye-opener for this issue. All right, so how do we then cultivate this habit of self-awareness? One thing that is so important to me that I even got to know through even my work is that giving ourselves time to reflect, because all this cannot happen when we are on the rush, on the move every day. But when we give ourselves time to reflect, then we are able to, bring back what happened in the day, bring back an event that happened, a conversation, and all those conversations we had, to then ask ourselves, how did this make me feel? So I believe in journaling, which is the first thing that is so important that I also encourage you to do, to journal. But when you're doing the reflection side, it is more of going through, having to run down your day. So journaling is one thing that you can also do so that you can be self-aware. Ask yourselves questions like, how do I feel now? How did I feel when I had this conversation with a colleague? How did I respond when someone said no to me, or when someone touched me in this certain way, or when I heard someone said something about me? How did I then also respond? And those kind of questions will lead you to know, okay, so probably now I need to work on my own boundaries. I also need to work on my own feelings to say that I'm the one who creates them. Now, even though there are other people who try to do things, but I do not have control over what they do, but I have control over how I respond to them. So even if the negative ideas are coming from the outside people, you are then able to know and block them and say, no, this is not me. This is not where I'm going to be. I am not ugly. I am beautiful. I am a woman who values her body, the tone that I'm in, and you're able to remain the same calm and be happy with yourself. The number two that we can also do practice in terms of cultivating the habit of self-awareness is having to meditate. Now, I know a lot of people also do not like this, because when you do meditation, you are seated in silence with your thoughts, and you're also getting to know the thoughts that you have, and also regulating your emotions. And that breathing technique that you'll be doing is life. I don't know how often I would want to say this, but like how it is, breathe for life. breathing is alive. And it's so powerful that the breathing exercises we don't do, we take it for granted that breathing exercises actually brings life. So when you meditate, when you sit with yourself, when you bring thoughts in your conscious mind, you allow yourself to know the thoughts. Then you also know exactly where it is that you're irritated, where you feel anger, to see where do I need to work on, what do I need to let go, what do I need to forgive, who do I need to forgive, and how do I then put the healthy habits in place of the bad ones. So I think that is all just what I wanted to leave you with. And probably the last thing is, being mindful. Having to be mindful, it means that we also need to be present in our moments that we are. I know that in the times that we're living in, there is so much rush. There's so much busyness that the world has made it so normal that, you wake up and you're on the go every single time, every single hour, and you do not get to be present in a particular time and moment. So having to practice mindfulness is also good for you to know really what is it that is in me that is making me feel this way? Why is it that I've got these thoughts when I'm in this certain place or with these kind of people? So I hope with this, today's topic, it can help you also to reflect and try and see where you also, feature in or put in the self-awareness exercises in your day. All right. So I think that will be it for today. And I just want to leave you with this, that self-awareness is an ongoing process. It is not a destination. So you have to be intentional about doing it as often as you can, because remember we had said that it is something that allows you to grow. It's something that allows you to learn and to even acknowledge your successes, which will also boost your confidence and also make you, feel happy about what you're doing. So self-awareness is not a destination, but an ongoing process that we continue to do despite even getting to know the bad things of ourselves. But we get to know so that we work on ourselves to be a better person for yourself and others as well. So I think for today, this will be the end of our episode. I'd just like to thank you all for the subscriptions, for the likes, the shares, and the comments as well. And I hope to hear from you on this topic. What do you do for your reflection exercises? What the techniques you use? What do you do when you get to know that this is a bad thing that I'm doing? And how do you feel? I hope to hear all of that in the comment section. And from me, Shannon, on Here We Talk, in my little safe space corner, I will just say goodbye and I'll catch you next week.